Once upon a time there was a young werewolf named Luna who was about to start her first day at a new school. Luna felt nervous because this wasn't just any ordinary school, it was a school for monsters. Luna held her mom's paw tightly as they walked up the stone steps to the front entrance. The building looked very old and was covered in vines and moss. It had towering spires that touched the clouds and huge heavy wooden doors at the entrance. Luna gulped as she read the sign above the door, Crypt Academy for Monsters. "Don't be nervous, sweetie, you're going to make lots of new friends," said Luna's mom. With a reassuring pat on the back, she gave her daughter a gentle push towards the door. Luna stepped into a crowded hallway filled with young monsters rushing to get to class. There were creatures of all shapes and sizes, hulking ogres, wispy ghosts, drooling zombies, fanged vampires and more. Towering lockers lined the moss-covered stone walls, some overflowing with books and cauldrons. Luna hugged her books tightly, trying not to get bounced around in the commotion. "Excuse me," she squeaked as a slime monster oozed past her. This was going to take some getting used to. Luna found her classroom at the end of the long hallway. She peeked inside cautiously. The classroom had stone walls covered in cobwebs and dripping candles. The desks looked like they were carved from rock and situated in crooked rows. At the front of the class was a large crooked blackboard and a big bubbling cauldron. The teacher was a haggard old witch with a large warty nose stirring the cauldron and cackling quietly. Luna stuttered. Maybe this school wasn't such a great idea after all. Luna took a seat at one of the rocky desks. She found herself surrounded by the strangest assortment of creatures she had ever seen. Next to her was a ghost girl with long white hair that floated eerily. Across from her sat a zombie boy with skin falling off the bone. The vampire next to him had fangs that caught the light. Luna tried to focus on the teacher, but she could feel all the eyes on her. The witch teacher scowled at Luna. "We have a new student class. Please welcome, Luna, is it?" she rasped. Luna nodded meekly. Maybe she could just vanish beneath her desk. At lunchtime, Luna stumbled into the massive cavernous cafeteria. It was filled with hundreds of hungry monsters all grabbing strange foods that floated through the air, phantom pizzas, slime salads, and skeletal sandwiches. Luna didn't even recognize most of the food. A ghostly ham sandwich floated past her and Luna grabbed it. This was the strangest cafeteria she had ever seen. She looked around for a place to sit but didn't see any empty seats. Feeling even more lost, Luna wished she could just turn invisible. Luna found an empty table in the corner of the noisy cafeteria. She sat down with her ghost sandwich, which didn't have much taste. Looking around at all the other monsters laughing and talking together made her heart sink. Maybe she really didn't belong at this school after all. She just wanted to find a friend. Suddenly a voice piped up. I'm Vladimir. Mind if I sit with you?" Luna looked up to see a pale vampire boy with black hair smiling at her hopefully. In his hands was a tray stacked high with monster food. Luna nodded and said, "Please do, glad to have some company. I'm Luna. It's my first day here," she said. "Don't worry, I'm new here too. We'll figure it out together," said Vladimir. Luna smiled. Maybe this place wouldn't be so bad after all. From that point on, Luna and Vladimir were inseparable. They sat together in every class, partners on every project. Luna had never clicked with someone so quickly before. Vladimir introduced Luna to his friends, a colorful bunch of young monsters. With her new group of buddies, Luna no longer felt so alone. She was starting to think of Crypt Academy as her second home. In between classes, Luna and Vladimir would race each other down the twisting halls of the academy, dodging grumpy trolls and cackling witches. Luna would always win, her wolf legs much faster than Vladimir's stubby vampire legs. "No fair," he would pant. "Rematch tomorrow?" Luna would laugh and say, "You're on." She had never had so much fun at school before. On nights with a full moon, Luna would teach Vladimir how to howl just like a wolf. They would sneak up to one of the tower balconies after bedtime when the school was dark and quiet. Beneath the glowing moon, they would let out practice howls into the night sky. "Aruru! Vladimir would practice, though his howl wasn't quite as good as Luna's. Almost. Just pucker your lips more like this, Luna would say. Their laughs would echo off the stone towers of the academy. Luna's favorite days were when her class would go on field trips. One sunny day they loaded up in a big yellow bus, ready to visit the cryptid zoo across town. Luna and Vladimir grabbed seats together and pressed their faces against the windows eagerly. "I hope we see the zombies in the new exhibit," exclaimed Vladimir. "I just want a Chio," said Luna. The bus rumbled down the road, ready for a day of monstrous fun. Of course, going to a school for monsters wasn't without its challenges. One night during a full moon, some angry humans from a nearby village stormed the academy looking for revenge. They carried torches and pitchforks and were out for monster blood. Luna fled into the woods, hearing their angry shouts getting closer. She ran as fast as she could, branches scratching her arms and legs. But the monsters of Crypt Academy were loyal. Soon enough, Luna's friends came to the rescue, scaring the mob away for good. The years passed happily for Luna at Crypt Academy. She made friendships that would last a lifetime and memories she would never forget. She learned to brew potions with the witch teacher and played on the zombie football team. Before Luna knew it, it was time for graduation. As she walked across the creaky stage and accepted her diploma, she looked out at the crowd of her fellow monsters, all together one last time. She couldn't imagine a better school for this werewolf girl to spend her days. Luna threw her cap in the air and let out one final, joyful "Aroo!" Here is a text-to-image prompt based on the ending.